Hi and welcome to Point of Sale application developed in Python. Okay guys, let me show you how this whole system works. Right here we have Treeview, and the Treeview, that's where we have all the details of items that are ordered. Okay, you can select and delete whatever item you want. The choice is yours. Let's click on that and select remove item. There we go. They update your payments because you're paying by cash. So you can even add as many items as you want and just update the price as well. There. Okay. We can clear the whole system and start all over. Order new item. There. Okay, and supposing you want to pay by cash, there cash is there, or if you don't want to, if you just want to use any of the other method of payment, that is fine. Okay, there. And if it's cash, just select cash, and if you mistakenly select that, that goes off asking you to enter to deposit an amount. You click on that and that tells you how much your purchase actually. You can exit. I'm now going to exit now. And apart from that, all of these are buttons with embedded images, so those are part of what you guys will learn on this very system. Okay, so okay guys, let's start a new project. I'm going to start by exiting out of this one, and right here let's start by importing Tkinter. Now I'm going to import all of the library and import the following as well. There. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to create a class, and I'm just going to call it POS, point of sale, and right underneath I'm going to define my function, or you can call it method. So let's say initialize the following, and that's going to be my, let's say, self, comma, root. There. And before I go any further, let me just save this application before I go any further. Okay, I'm going to select my folder here, and let's just call it point of sale. Okay, so let's say point in there of sale. There. That's going to be the name of my application. Click on save. There we go. Alright, now that I've declared, I've initialized my app, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say self.root, and that is going to be equals root, and underneath let's enter self.root dot title, and the title is going to be point of sale, obviously. Now what else do we want? And now I'm now going to declare the geometry for my system, so that is going to be self.root.geometry. In the case of geometry, I'm going to make that approximately 1350 times 750 plus 0 plus 0. There we go. Right. Okay, I've also included my background, and at the same time I've just rounded up my whole project. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is to create some frames for my app. So right underneath here, let's enter the very first frame. I'm going to call that main frame, and main frame is equals to frame. Let's get this indented properly. and this mainframe is going to be a child of self.root. So right in here, paste that in there, and the back color, I've already specified back color, so that's going to be the back color. Then the mainframe should be able to inherit that, but to be on the safe side, let me just say back color equals to that blue right there, and close that up. Now my mainframe, I'm going to just run that up here. Let's say dots grid, and that is going to be, there will be nothing. Okay, let's just get it padded. Let's say 8, by 8 to have enough room on the side. Okay, let's say about 5. Okay, then that's fine. Close that. Now need other frames. Let's create one for my buttons. There we go. That will be for my buttons. So I'm going to call it button frames, and there, grab this and just paste that in there. For the button frames, it's going to be a child of the mainframe, so let's grab that and just dump it in here. Right. What else do we need for the bottom frame? I'm going to need the background to be the same. Okay, now let's say here we have about, the border is going to be equals 5, and the width, I'm going to make that approximately 1348. Okay, height, I'm going to make the height about 160. Then let's get it padded on both sides. Copy that and just paste it here, and I can just make that 4 by 4 right there. And what else do we need? I'm going to get the relief. That should be equals rigid. There we go. And that's all there is to that. So I'm going to now specify, let's ask it to be packed. I'm going to make that right at the bottom. Let's say side equals bottom. There. Okay, before I continue, let's grab this anyway. Grab that, and I'm going to need another frame right underneath here. I'm going to call that variable1. Come right down here and just call it data frame. Data frame here, and another one here, data frame. Okay, I can spot an error here. There should be a comma here, there should be a comma here, and look at here as well. Close that up, and there should be a semicolon here. Alright, so take note of that, guys. Just correct whatever error you may have as well. And the next thing is, I'm going to say the side is going to be to the left. Yeah, left. And what is going to be the size of that? I'm going to make that about 800 and 300 here. There. Okay, so the color, everything remains the same. Let's even try it out. Run. Click on run and see. There we go, coming up nicely. Yeah, that's the bottom one, this is the data one. Alright, that's good. So I'm going to copy this data one again. Let's just copy that, grab it, and paste it right here. Alright, this variable, I'm going to call it data It's going to be a child of the data itself. So let's grab data and just data frame and enter it right in here, there. And I might as well just change the name to data frame left cover. Okay, yeah, why not? Data frame left cover, and let it have a label. So let it be one of those with a label. Instead of me adding a title, I just use that label. Okay, now let's press enter here so that you guys can see what's going on. And the next thing I will do is I'm going to add a font. Since I'm going to be adding a title, say font, and that is going to be area, comma, and that area is going to be about 12, and make that bold. There, close that up, enter comma there. And what else do I need? Okay, since it's a label, so let's add a text to it. Come right here, just say text. That will be equals point of sale. Yeah, just grab that here, paste it right here, there. All right, now let's look at this. Let's give this one a name as well. Is that there? Yeah, and let's just try it out now. Run and see how that's gonna look like. There we go. That's my title right there. Okay, that's fine. Now let's create another one. Copy this and just paste it right here. And this time around, I'm just going to speed up the whole process. Okay. And there we go, guys. Those are the lines of code for all the frames that I need for my interface. So let's take it from the top. Library required, class declared, initialized, and frames. Let's have a good look at the frame starting from here. Bring it down. And there, guys. Those are all my frames. Okay, now that that is done, let's try it out. Click on run. There we go. That's how my system is looking at right now. So this one here is going to be stretched. I'm going to stretch those, or this very frame here with the different buttons. There will be buttons here, and there will be treetop here. No, Treeview here. Okay, let's end that. And as well. And right underneath here, I'm going to first of all, let's just declare all the variables that I'm going to need for now. So right underneath here, I'm going to start by entering change. I'm going to need change, let's say change underscore input, and that is string variable there. And the other one is going to be, let's say cache underscore input is going to be string, and I'm going to enter the following as well. There, those are the variables that I intend to use. Okay, there's going to be more variables, the ones I will use for mine. That will be for the images right underneath here. Okay, but first thing, let's create some widgets here. Let's come right down here and enter widgets here. Entry and label widget. Right. My very first widget, that's going to be a label. So I'm going to call that self dot lbl, let's say, okay, subtotal there, and subtotal equals label, and this very label is going to be right inside frame that I call calculate frame, and that is the frame right here. Okay, calculate frame, comma, the font is going to be, let's grab this font, and I'll make that about 14. So that'll be about 14, that's fine. What else do I need? I'm going to enter text in there. This text is going to be, let's just call it subtotal. Subtotal. Right, and okay, let's say border equals 5, and that's all there is to this. Let's round it up there. Let's say dot grade, and that is going to be row equals 0, comma, and the column is going to be equal 0 as well. It says strictly to the west, strictly west, comma, and let's get it padded by 5. There we go. Let's run that and see how that's going to look like. Oh, I need to close it. Yeah. Alright. Try it out again. Run. There we go. That is it right there. Okay. Close that. It's looking good. Close this, and I'm just going to copy and just change things around here for the text box. Copy that, come right down here, paste it right underneath, and change this to text box txt, and it's actually called entry, it's not a text box, so change this to entry. In the case of entry, there's no text property. I'm going to get rid of that, or just change this to text variable, and the text variable in this case is going to be, which one should I use? That's going to be the subtotal, this variable subtotal. Grab that and just paste that right in here. Yeah, and this might be too large, so let's just make that maybe around 2, and right here let's get it justify left. Justify left is the default justification size anyway. I might as well just leave that out. Okay, yeah, let's leave that out, that's fine. So what else do I need here? I need to change this to, this one will be 0 0, this one will be 1, column 1. I think that's all. So let's run that and see if it's right. Then we just copy and paste it, change it around for the others. There we go, that is it right there. Okay, now maybe I should change the width. Let's change that to maybe about 24. Come right down here, copy paste, and that's 24. Okay, that's the width. Let's see how that's going to look like. Okay, that's fine. Close that. Now I'm just going to copy and paste there, and this is going to be for my, let's say, tax. Okay, and we change the name to tax. Come right down here, that would be for total. Okay, let's change this to tabs. Let's copy that, just change it all to tabs. And this will be 1. Rule 1, rule 1. This will be total. In the case of total, let's move this. And this will be 2. Rule 2, 2 and 2. And this is going to be subtotal as well. Get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of this. And there. Now that is total. Total, I believe I have text variable called total input. And do I have tax input? Let's see. I do have tax input, that's fine. So let's change that to tax input as well. Come right here, and that will be tax input. There. Okay, that's fine. So let's run that. Run. There we go. Look at that. I just need to change these ones around. So come back there. Get rid of this. That will be total. And this will be tax. Now run. There we go. There. Alright, close that. Let's repeat the same thing for this other one here. Alright, for the next one beside it, that's going to be for, I'm going to need a combo box here. So let's grab all of these, paste it right underneath here, and get it indented. Come right down. And let's change things around. So this is going to be the name of the frame first. So that's going to be change frame, because it's going to be used for change when the customer need change. So I'm going to change that to change frame, change frame, change frame here, change frame here, and here. There we go. All done. So all I need to do is change this one and change their name. So come in here, run. Let's see. And there we go. That's the change frame taken care of. So let's take care of this very one and change the data that I have on them. So this, the very first one here is going to be method of payment. There. Followed by the next one here. One will be for, this will be cash. Yeah, that will be cash. And this one will be change. Okay, let's see that. Right, that's cool. Alright, so let's give the variable names. I need to change all their names to something I will recognize. I'm going to call this method of payment. So repeat the same thing for all of these. There we go. And this one is going to be called cash here. No, cost. Okay, that'll be cost. Right. No, this should be cost. Yeah. Cost. This will be change. Right. That's change. 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 Alright. And this is cost. Cash. Maybe I just call it cost. the cost. And here as well. Right. There, that's how it's looking now. I think maybe I should change this to a combo box so that I can enter some. Yeah, let's change that. So I'm gonna come up here and just change that to a combo box. This very one here. Okay, that means I have to get rid of all of these. Right, so let's change this one to TTK. Okay, dot combo box. There. Okay, let's get rid of this. There we go. Alright, this is about 24. That's for the text. That's the width. I'm going to make this about 36 and change all of this one to about 38 and 38 here. Right, now for the combo box, that is it. Let's change the name to CBO, and this one is going to be CBO as well, CBO, and I'm going to have to enter some data in there. Right, that's fine. Let's see. So the other attribute that it needs is, I'm going to say, let's say the state of it. I'm going to make that read only. Read only. Yep. Okay. Then what about the variable? Let's make the variable that is going to be choice equals choice. Comma, and I want all the text content to name justify equals right. There we go. Now what about the value? The value that I need in there. Let's grab this, paste it here. The value is going to be, let's enter that in as an array, and the value that will be equals, the first one will be empty, there, no, comma, and the next one is going to be cash, comma, the next one is going to be Visa card, and finally I'm going to call that MasterCard. There we go, and just close that up. Right, that's fine. And let's say current value, that'll be equals 0 dot current, that'll be 0 equals 0. Now the current value means the very first selection, so that'll be this. If I say 1, then it will be this. Okay, so now that is fine, this is fine. I'm going to get rid of all of this and let's run it and see. There, control run, save first. Alright, oh, there's a comma missing here, put a comma there. Okay, let's try that again. Run again. Oh, we have an error. Let's see. Okay, I think it's got to do with BD. Let's see, it's not one of the attributes. That is it right there. Get rid of that. Yeah, and here let me just call that values. There. I'm gonna save and run again. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. That's looking good. Yeah, that's fine. There we go, guys. Alright, now what else do we need to do? Let's add some buttons. Okay, add some buttons there. So I'm going to copy this. Let's just grab something here. No, let's just copy this very one up to somewhere here. Yeah, then we change things around and paste that right underneath here. Okay, now for the button, I'm going to change the name to BTN Pay as my very first button, and this, the widget, will be known as button. And this very button is going to be a child of remove frame. Remove frame. There. Let's add 2 paddings. That will be 2. What else? I have font in there. I'm going to make that about 15. The text content on it, let's call that pay. Let's say width equals about 10. Height, I'm going to make that maybe about 1 for now. Enter a comma there. And this one, I'm going to change it to maybe 2. There. And right underneath here, we need to change this name. Come in there, change that as well. There. And this is going to be 0 by 0, and let's enter. Let it get padded to do. Okay, y-axis padding. For the y-axis, I'm going to make that about 2, and the x one, I'm going to make that about maybe 4. Right, I think that will do for the button. Let's run and see how that's going to look like. Let's see. We have a button. Good. Now let's copy that very same button. Copy. The next one and the next one and another one. So 4 we have in there. This one is going to be, let's put a space so that you guys can see the different buttons. This is going to be for, let's call that exit. This one, exit. Let's copy that, paste, and where is the text? Here. And this one is going to be column 1. The next one here, that's going to be reset. For the resets, and that is going to be, this is 1, and this one will be 1 0 here as well, reset here as well. There, and here I will call this remove item. Okay, that's cool. Right, so that's the name of that. And grab remove item and replace it with the variable names here. Remove item. And there we go. There. Okay, so let's run. Let's bring this down so that you can see what's going on. Now, bring this in a bit. Now, bring it down. Now, let's run. There we go, guys. Oh, one button is missing. Let's see. This one is, that should be 1. There. Now, run. There we go, guys. Those are all the buttons in place. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. See you guys shortly.